If you've been following my channel recently, then you might have noticed I started to do weekly chapter reviews of One Piece. Oda has health problems though, so I can't be doing those every week. To make up for this, I'm going to be reviewing the Dragon Ball Super manga. And guys, this might be controversial, but I think Dragon Ball is in the best place it's ever been, or at least been in a very long time. Let me explain. Right after Dragon Ball Z was Dragon Ball GT. Some people actually like this version of Dragon Ball, but there's no denying that the hypometer had massively dropped off around this time. When Dragon Ball Z/Super movies came out with Beerus and Frieza, those were received well for the most part, so the hypermeter moved up a little bit. The start of Dragon Ball Super caused the meter to drop pretty massively. It was a rehash of the movies that we have already seen, but just slightly worse. Eventually, Dragon Ball Super fought its way into being an amazing sequel to Dragon Ball Z. The end of Super was another massive peak on the hypometer, arguably the biggest hype peak Dragon Ball has ever seen, which was followed by the Broly movie. Go check out my video on that, link in the description. There wasn't much from Dragon Ball following Broly, apart from fighting games and gachas. Superhero came around, and that was also received very well, and then that leads us to where we are today. Basically, nothing new to watch, and unleashed excitement for the new Daima show. Please don't be GT2, please, 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 please. I purposely left out talking about the manga because I feel like the majority of people don't read it. The Moro and Granola arcs are actually pretty good in my opinion, especially if you like Vegeta. He still gets his fair share of punishment, but Toyotaro does a fantastic job of fleshing out this character. I love how he reacts to the Namekians, Pseudo learns instant transmission, learns forced spirit fission, and just all of Ultra Ego. Oh my god, Vegeta reference peak! One Piece! One Piece! A panel from the Granola arc is one of my favorite manga panels of all time. I even use it on my gym playlist. If that hasn't convinced you yet, then good. I think chapter 102 has enough good content in it to convince someone to start reading now. If I have convinced you, go read and then come back and we can discuss your favorite parts in the comments. Alright, let's give context to what's going on in the most recent saga. Goten and Trunks went on a side quest where they came into contact with the little science man from Superhero. They have a little scuffle, but it's basically just a fun setup for the manga's version of Superhero, which basically plays out the same apart from a little bit with Krillin at the beginning and some fun additions throughout the story. There's something fun about Toyotaro's drawings, especially the Beast Gohan ones. Right after we cover the superhero arc, we start off back again with Goten and Trunks. We see the man who shoots at kids try to hire them to attack Gohan. They get convinced into doing it, and bam, we're in chapter 102. Carmine is actually insane. He just opens fire on Gohan's home. Boy is in love with the Second Amendment. Gohan going beastier is so valid, he got dad energy. Goku feels Gohan's new power and wants to fight him. They all travel to Beerus' planet, but Vegeta wants to have pride in his son, so he requests that Gohan spars against the new Saiyaman. It's so sad how weak Trunks is at this age, man. I love Goten and Trunks, but I really just want them to be cool eventually. Trunks has so much on the line. Future Trunks is so badass. There's even an allusion to him in the middle of their fight. This panel looks like future Trunks. This chapter had a whole lot of awesome Dragon Ball moments, like the possibility that Piccolo will fight Goku again, Gohan finally getting a name for the ultimate form, and last but definitely not least, Gohan fighting Goku. This is everything all of us fans ever wanted. I'm so happy they were getting more of UI and Beast. Seeing these two goats fighting basically at full power is so dope. I want to see it animated so unbelievably badly. The next chapter is going to go insane. Hopefully it's the rest of this fight and possibly even a fight with Vegeta. One of my favorite parts about the Dragon Ball Super manga is how many pages there are per chapter. One Piece is like 13 to 20 pages, while Dragon Ball chapters are like 35 to 45. It's awesome. I know that Dragon Ball is monthly, but sometimes One Piece is too. I'm so excited for the next chapter. If this video released last week, then I would have ended it right there. A day after I finished writing the script, it was announced to the world that Akira Toriyama passed away. It doesn't feel right to release a Dragon Ball video without addressing this. He basically raised me, man. Dragon Ball was my everything as a kid. I wouldn't be who I am today without Dragon Ball. There's a good chance I wouldn't be here today without Dragon Ball. I hope you rest well, man. You've helped so many people and brought joy to so many others. Anime would not be the same without you. Thank you so much.